happening YouTube? Rod J back to take a look at another beer. We're going to take a look at one from Rivertown Brewery based here in Cincinnati, Ohio. This is their Insurrection Imperial Double IPA. Comes in at an ABV of 8.5%, 90 IBUs. As you can see by the bottle, it is a good sized bottle. This one is actually 25.4 ounces. Give you a little bit of information off the beer label itself. The rebirth of an original, a rebellion against what was and is no longer. Brewed with Galaxy, Citra, and Columbus hops. Partner with an inconspicuous malt profile. Insurrection is an Imperial India Pale Ale brewed to stealthily assault the palate with dry, dank flavors and just a hint of sweetness on the back end. So, should be getting some pretty good big flavor out of this one. Looking forward to trying it out. Have not had this before, so this will be a new one to get a taste. With that being said, go ahead and get it open. Check the appearance. Now for this one, I'm actually going to use one of my shaker glasses. You can actually use a shaker or a snifter, just so you're aware. You can really use any glass you want, but that's what they recommend, I should say. Some people like to stick right with the proper glassware, so I always let you know, just so you're aware. Okay, so I went ahead, got it into the shaker glass. As you can see right there, actually came out with a 3-finger head. Didn't really pour it too aggressively, but that's what I ended up with. As far as the appearance, the head itself, pretty much a barely off-white head. Some good rockiness, a lot of good bubble action there. As far as the color itself is a nice golden orange, which you would usually expect to get on an IPA or a double IPA. You do have a lot of that cloudiness or chill haze taking place. Cannot really see through to the other side of the beer. Not much clarity, but on a lot of the ones that are brewed like this, that's not very uncommon at all. Everything else with the beer looks pretty good. Can't get too much of the carbonation level, but maybe when I drink a little bit more, that'll clear up some. So we'll check that in a little bit. Go ahead and get an aroma. Wow. Very nice on the aroma. Big flavor coming out of the glass. Nice, moderate to strong aroma from the hops that were being used. Get a lot of good citrus flavor. You get that orange, you get that lemon. Very, very much so citrusy notes on this one. As far as the hops, I do get some of that smell from kind of that pine dankness on the back end. Actually, with the little bit of the flavor, I'm also getting almost like a kind of a mango or a pineapple type aroma. So very, very citrusy, very fruity. I do enjoy the aroma. Some very good notes coming off of this one. Go ahead and get a taste. On the taste, I actually get one, the bitterness, of course, at a 90 IBU beer. You're expecting that to hit you. But the texture, it does smooth out very nicely. It's a good dry texture. A nice crisp finish. Not much astringency on the back end. It does provide a nice mouthfeel with the flavors. This one, though, on the aftertaste, I can pick up a little bit more of the alcoholic taste. So you're going to have a little bit of that hung in there also. This versus some of the other Rivertown beers, though, I like this one in that it's not as watery. Some of the other ones I've had have been too watered down. This one does hold very well as far as the texture is concerned. Now, I will say the one thing on the back end, on the finish, it does have slight medicine-y taste. And that might be like the pineapple and the flavors that are coming out of the hops, but it seems like that might have been a little bit over-hopped in that regard. It kind of lingers out there a little bit. I'm not big on a lot of beers where you kind of get that medicine aftertaste taking place. That's probably the only knock I would have as far as the taste part with the beer. I think everything else is pretty solid. I do enjoy getting that smell of like a pineapple or a mango or that citrus element as I'm drinking it. Especially as I'm drinking and smelling at the same time. But I don't like the strong aftertaste on the back end. But I think overall, beer's not bad as far as what you kind of expect to have for an Imperial or double IPA. I think the beer does fine in that regard. I will say it does lace nicely. I should have shown you that before I poured some more beer back into it. But it did have some nice glass lacing that takes place on this one also. Pretty much solid as far as what you would expect to have in an Imperial Double IPA. As far as ratings that are out there, Rate Beer actually has this one as a 93 overall and a 60 on style. Beer Advocate has this at 87, being very good. Depending on how much you like double IPAs, and I'm usually a big fan of double IPAs, but I'm not as fan of some of the ones that have like that aftertaste. So for me, I think on this type of beer, I think it hits with everything except that. So I'm going to give it a B minus. I think it has the look that you would want to have. Definitely has the aroma. It's really just the taste on the back end. It's that small detail that kind of knocks it down for me. Definitely say give it a try if you've had it before. Again, this is Rivertown Insurrection. Let me know. Put some comments in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about it. I'd love to get some more feedback. Like I said, first time I've even seen it, so it's the first time I've had it. I'd like to see if anybody else has had it out there as well. If you like what you saw in the video, as always, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to stay up to speed on any of the other videos. But yeah, it's worth a try. If you're an IPA or double IPA fan, I would recommend giving it a shot. Well, with everything being said, I'll say cheers, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.